So now we have to make our way to the small key door that we found before that I completely forgot where it was. Which is not the one directly in front of us. This is the most confusing part of any water-based dungeon. Forgetting where stuff is. Mainly, I like just wandering around aimlessly until I find what I think is going to be the next place to go. But now we're going to be exploring the East Tower here. And just to clear up any confusion, if you didn't watch the first episode, this is the GameCube version. The East in this game is the West in the Wii version. Please try not to get them too confused. Very easy to one-shot those Tektites if you time their jumping correctly. Now, what is this? Water bombs? I think every small chest is water bombs. I think we're almost full up on water bombs, too. How many we got? Yeah, we're full up on water bombs already. How about that? We've doubled our capacity, and we're still full up. They really don't want you running out of those things. But you can see stalactites, and do I have bomb arrows equipped? Yes, I do. Hallelujah. I'm glad I kept those on. So we knock those two down. I don't think the first one matters, but it'll draw your attention to the fact that there is a second one here. And once again, climbing vines takes too long. Way too long. Let's start climbing to the left then. Circling around with the camera. Hi, lag. Once we're above here, there is a switch to our left, and that will pull down the door that was blocking our way before. Anything over here of interest? I hope so. Another one of these. I'm not sure what's inside. If we want to go in here first, I think I will. I don't think there's much for us to do in here. If there is, I'll turn around. I guess we'll clear out this room first. No reason not to. Lizalfos. Can I just knock you off? There we go. Every time. I think this is just the opposite side and our way back once we clear out the room that we should have gone to up there. Yeah, we were supposed to go there first. Just making sure. Red shoe, purple shoe, and purple shoe. I guess this is also a good opportunity to test whether or not those guys respawn. And there is a chest here we can pick up. Is there a piece that's coming down to kill me? I don't think we need this to get into the room that I was going to before, but we have it now anyway. And it's not going to hurt. Hi, Case. I'm not trying to aim for you. But if you're just going to be there, that's fine. You ever notice how those keys have little, what look like metallic hooks on their tails? What are those for? Is that what they actually damage us with? I mean, you'd think if they were a bat, they'd try sucking on us with their fangs or something. What do bats do to hurt you, anyway? I mean, they cause you so much pain in video games, but what exactly do they do to hurt you? I mean, with the keys, you figure if they've got, you know, those horns or, what, the hooks on their tails. That'd certainly hurt you if it hit you, but what about the other bats? So here's an interesting enemy. It's a little insect that decides to jump into one of these stupid things. Now, I don't know if regular bomb arrows work on these guys. I guess they do. I always thought you had to use water bomb arrows. Where are you going? You have nowhere to run. You're just a little coward bug. And I guess we did need the small key. Okay, I'm glad I went out of my way to get it. You see, you could get really lost really quick if you don't know what you're doing. But the first instance of a door that, once unlocked, remains open. It doesn't close behind us or anything. And there's our objective. That will open up something over here. I think that'll open up this gate over here. Which doesn't seem significant right now, but it will once we reach the top of this tower. Making sure there's nothing helpful over here. As soon as I max out on rupees, I don't have to worry about picking those up. But really what we want to do here is ascend the tower. Be a lot easier if I could jump instead of having to climb all the way up, but okay, the game insists that I have to climb. So we will climb. And we will rotate the camera around ever so slowly to get more funny shots of Link. And apparently his head is hollow. This looks like a slide, doesn't it? Just the way it ramps up around the edge of the map here. But yeah, it's a giant Cheerio on the map. Or a Fruit Loop, or a ring, or... use your imagination. And more Tektites. They're a lot easier to jump attack in this game than they were in Ocarina of Time. I don't think there were any in Wind Waker. Not that I remember. Tektites. It's funny, since I haven't played too many of the older Zelda games, but they were really prevalent in some of the older Zelda games. I feel kind of bad for not playing most of them. I mean, I've seen a couple of original Zelda runs, I've seen a little bit of Zelda 2, but the RPG aspect of it doesn't interest me as much. I've seen a little bit of A Link to the Past. I've played... well, I mean, I guess that's all of the old school Zelda games, but I've played a couple of others. Most of the handhelds, though, I haven't really touched. Was I supposed to? Yeah. This is one of the really confusing points of the dungeon. You open this up, water comes pouring down, and then you notice in there is a treasure chest. Now, in that treasure chest is just, I think, 100 rupees, but it's nothing more than money. This is one of the most annoying treasure chests to come back and get in the game. And I'll explain why once we get the dungeon's item. But for now, we're just going to slide all the way down with the water flowing. Lots of fun to do, really annoying to do if you didn't kill the Tektites on your way up, because they'll attack you on your way down. But that's going to get water flowing through the east side of the dungeon. And now that the water level's raised, we can get to this platform here, and in turn jump from it to open this door, which will allow the water to flow outside this tower, and through the east side of the dungeon. So now everything on the east side of the dungeon is going to be moving, whatever's water-powered anyway. And what does that include? Well, let's follow the path of the water and find out. Because, as you can see, there's a little area for the water to flow down through the doors right there. Also a very nice touch in this game. And those shoes do respawn, that's nice to know. But now we have these water wheels moving. And in addition to these water wheels outside, we also have the water wheels moving downstairs. So whatever was powering, whatever this water was powering, will be powering that stuff downstairs in the middle room. I guess we have to go back. Can we beat the door? Yes, we can. And see, that thing is huge now because all the 4 shoes that were there combined. But everything downstairs is now moving. That's probably an indication that we should go down there and check it out. Now, is there an easy way to jump down to someplace we're going from here? I believe there is a platform down here we want to get into first, but it doesn't look like we can jump down there so easily. I think we might want to try to get to this one. Just because it's easier to get to, but no. At least the water didn't fill up down here, otherwise it would be a pain to get around. But this is the easiest way to get back into this room. And the Tektites down there trying to hit us. 2 of them, actually. It's a shame they won't be able to. But yeah, trying to get through the middle room and find your way back here, a little bit annoying. So we'll just wait for one of these things to circle around, and we'll go through this door, wherever it happens to lead. But like I've said, I have not played this dungeon in several years. I'm just hoping that my memory is going to serve me well. And there's a fish face over that door, so you know it's probably a very important door. And a fade out, so you know it's probably the Mid Boss. Oh, Mid Boss! The door didn't close behind me. What gives? Mid Boss? Hello? Open up, Mid Boss. I want to play. Well, it doesn't look like he wants to be fought, so I guess we'll have to come back some other time. Well, that's a shame. I really wanted to fight somebody. I'm sure the dungeon's weapon is going to be awesome, but nope. He doesn't want to fight us, so we can't fight him. However, we do find in this chest is something we need to progress forward anyway. A small key. See how if you miss anything in this dungeon it gets annoying? But yeah, there was a yellow chew over here. Drops yellow chew jelly. It serves as lantern oil. So you can use that to refill the oil in your lantern if you find the need to use it. I don't think there's anywhere in this dungeon that would require the use of the lantern. So we'll wait for this thing to circle around and make our way to the door on the right. This will lead us to the opposite side of the room that we were in before, which, as you guessed, will grant us access to the mid-boss, and making sure I get absolutely everything, even if it's completely worthless. Although I think once I max out on rupees, I'm not going to bother. And once we open up this door, we get our first instance of actually doing things underwater. Now, I don't believe we have to yet, and I do not have my iron boots equipped. But there is some interesting stuff down here I don't want to miss, and you can see the branching paths off the map, so I suppose that'll give us an indication of where we need to explore. And you see the water jets pushing us back, so you need the iron boots to get in here. More bombs. I suppose we're going to need them for the mid-boss. Why else would they put them here? And down at the end of this one, a 20 rupee that I have to put back. Or not. I forgot we raised our rupee count. Holy crap. How long has it been since I've recorded this again? I do see a couple of branching paths above us, though. Is there stuff up here I can explore? I don't see stuff up here. Okay. Well, let's just blow up this rock, then. Because I imagine that's going to take us to the mid-boss, because it's going in the same direction. Oh, those jellyfish. I remember those things from Ocarina of Time. Now, here's a shell blade. What you want to do, wait for it to open itself up, and when it does, you can swipe at it with your sword. It's very nice that you can actually use your sword underwater, too. And I suppose that was the barrier into the mid-boss's chamber. Okay, but like I was saying, it's very nice that you can use your sword underwater, which you couldn't do in any other games to this point. So we make our way up here, and the water passageway below us closes, so I bet we're in for something. And, hey, what are these stupid little things? Well, there's only one way to find out where they came from. Is by looking up to see where they... Okay, you know what? Let's get you guys. If you're going to be moving so often, I'm just going to shoot you. Now, what are we... Okay, that looks foreboding. Let's get the health. Midna, I don't need your help. I know to look at the ceiling. Meet the Deku Toad. There's your biggest threat right there, the stupid little tadpole things it drops. Don't worry too much about the mid-boss quite yet, just worry about getting rid of these guys, because they'll be nothing but annoying if you don't. And pick up the health they drop so you can start the battle. I love the really scary music. But yeah, when he does that, just swipe at his tongue when he comes down. I also love the music, too. But much like King Toadongo, just throw bombs at his mouth when he opens it up. And as you guessed, he's going to open up his tongue to be attacked again. Lather, rinse, and repeat. Fairly simple mid-boss, actually. I think he'll jump into the air one more time. Or not. Okay, he's silly then. And I managed to throw that bomb into his mouth, didn't I? Or did his... stomach diffuse it, or what? I could have sworn I threw that at his belly, and it just diffused. Although I suppose that was due to the water on the ground. Okay, fair enough. So he'll jump into the air again, hear the really menacing music, run around to his tongue, and I see finish, so let's take care of him. Ugh. Well, regardless of whether or not he swallowed that, it's the dungeon's treasure. We should pick it up. And in here, we will find one of the most useful weapons. The Clawshot! This is this game's version of the hook shot. You can pull yourself to certain things, and you can pull other things towards you. Very nice to have. For instance, we need it to get out of the room, just like every other Zelda dungeon item. Look for... these things are called. I still call these hookshot targets, even though they are technically clawshot targets, but... treasure, money, items... I think there are other sections here you can see. There's one over there, there's one over there. Not too interested, because all those will have for me is money. What we are looking for is the way out. So we lock onto this thing, pull it down with our weight, and that'll open up the door for us to get out. And this is the first door that we came into, the first time we came in here. So we can't come out the way we came. All of those were blue rupees, kind of silly. But yeah, we're going out the door that we came in the first time, the one with the fish face over it.